Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name's Melissa, also known as Modern Sparrow. This is probably week 2 of me live streaming. We are back at my favorite hyper obsession, hyper fixation, something. I love this game, if that's not obvious. Okay, so this is my first time logging in this morning, so I'm not sure what we're going to run into as far as cleanup goes. What I do want to do is turn on the duties for the perfect romance thing. Star Pass, that's the word. So we're going to track all those passively as we work today. Again, I don't like to speed through any of those. And it looks like one of our tasks is to hang out with Penelope. So we should probably find her before we do anything. And she's home. Okay. So let's go into the peaceful meadow. And we'll get her to follow us around while we do our regular chores around the valley. If you're tuning in on Twitch, thanks for watching live. If you're tuning in on YouTube later, thank you for watching there as well.
Woohoo! It's
Right.
morning already! Oh, woo!
So we've got to hang out with her for 20 minutes, and we also have to give her her favorite gift. So let's check what that is today. It's not companions, we want characters. And I think she's, of course, all the way at the bottom. Yep. So mermaid cupcakes, a shiny amethyst, and Greek pizza. Does she have a cooking station in here? She does not, but there's lots of spider webs. I think that's for a Sally quest that we haven't started yet. Okay, so we've got her hanging out with us. Let's go ahead and knock off one of these tasks, which is give her one of her favorite gifts. I have a cooking station. Let's see if we know how to make Greek pizza or one of our other. Oh, there we go. Mermaid cupcakes. We can do that. Cupcakes with scallops. That's a choice. Okay. So let's talk to her and give her her present. Perfect. So I have these on auto collect for the tasks. Oh, and we got a critter already. Pet your companions. Okay. This one's easy. And you can repeat as well. Okay. Chat with Mickey Mouse's sweetheart. So that would be Minnie. We'll do that if we come across her. So let's go ahead and head back up to what I call my main street. This is in the Forest of Valor. What I want to come up here for is Scrooge's store. One of the things I do pretty much on the daily, or at least every time I play, is check, see if there's anything new. We do have quite a bit of furniture from playing for a long time. So it's very unlikely that we come across anything new. We'll take a peek at any of these. Nope, none of them are mini. I don't see her in here today. The great part about this game is you can take it at your own pace. And so there's actually characters that I haven't even unlocked yet. So let's check the other three stores. Each Scrooge store has a different stock, theoretically. This is the Eternity Isle DLC. Unlike my main valley, these are very much set up to just quick work. Nothing new in here. So we'll head to the other two. Our storybook Veil DLC. When it's raining in the game, it's just so dreary. Yep, we got all this as well. Alright, we are 0 for 3. We're going to see if we're 0 for 4. I have noticed as you unlock characters, you do end up with more new items in your shop. And I am taking that slow, so theoretically we could get more as we unlock the characters that I have been lazy about.
Have you a moment, my friend?
Tire tracks, maybe? Nope, we got those. Alrighty, so we are 0 for 4 today on the Scrooge store items, which is okay. It happens pretty frequently to me now, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back to my Forest of Valor. Alright, so let's take a look at what else we have to do today. We gotta sell some fruit, we're hanging out with Vanellope now, we gotta do some crafting. So this is currently my house. When you have different house skins, you can use it as your base house or as just another building altogether. I have everything on one floor. My house is not complicated. Okay, so we know we have to make some ingots. I think it was 10. Let's go ahead and make those. Let's see. Yep, okay, so that was ingots. Potion to help you go fishing. And some Dreamlight, which we might be able to craft the Dreamlight. So let's go ahead and do the potion for fishing. And then let's craft some Dreamlight. How many shards do I have? Not quite enough. I don't want to use them all, but let's go ahead and use them. So that will give us a head start on Dreamlight. Spend time with a villager, which we're actually doing with Vanellope, so we're kind of doing both at the same time. Got nothing in here. I don't think I have anything stored in the house at the moment. It's just my collection space. I don't know, I just love it. You do have some new indoor items This is the only part of the house that I have. And, or decorated. The only house I have decorated. So, what did I want to do? I wanted to come in here and see if I had any new. That's right, I didn't have the big old space window from Buzz, but I don't have anywhere to put it at the moment. I'd have to do some rearranging. But that one's a good one. Oh, the bay window. That's new. Again, I'm kind of like already happy with the way my house is, so we might not be adding anything. I was just seeing kinds of windows. Oh, the Seven Dwarfs, all of the paintings from Fruella. Painted the corkboard out. That could be cute. Okay. I think that's probably the only one that's going to fit on the walls anymore. I am pretty maxed out in those departments. Those are cute. I realize this is just chaos, and I do not want Cruella looking down on me in my kitchen. I think this one might already be in the house somewhere, but we're going to put it up. I love all of the movie pieces you can just collect. Yeah, like I said, my house is pretty well designed. Maybe a little bit over. But you know what? I do want those guys. So let's take this down. And the Seven Dwarfs. I like that. Okay. So what we're going to do in here for now. Alrighty. Sell some fruit. We're hanging out with our villager. Get a chat with Minnie. Feed the ravens their favorite food, which is 5-star meals. Okay. I'm gonna go and head up to the top corner of Frosted Heights so we can do a little valley cleanup. Ooh, we got a lot of night thorns up here. Okay. So, I also realized when I was watching Bridgerton last night that I want to move the carriage to the plaza. Like someone's arriving. And I'm not sure exactly where I want to put it. But we're going to put it out here somewhere because I love it. Maybe down here. That might get moved again, but oh well. I'm going to start with that. I don't need any of these flowers. We're going to go ahead and do this, though. You know what? They got me chasing these coins again, because it's not just 100 coins you get. You get like a chest with... Which I don't know where the chest went. I might have lost one of the coins. It was in a weird location. Okay. Moving on. So if you're new to this game, collect everything. Every resource can be used for something. And honestly, the crafting menus are extensive, so don't feel like Scrooge is the only place to get new things. Oh. There's two of them over here. I did not realize I could walk through that. Does anybody else feel the complete and utter ridiculous need to fill in the holes right after you dig them? Because it's just ugly. I know it'll eventually fill in, but it's not fast enough for my liking. I'm also quite excited that the new premium shop skins is starting to include this guy. I don't need it to be pink like the rest of everything in the recent bundle, but I think that means some exciting things for the future. That's another thing I'll say. You don't need to have everything. And as a collector and a 100%er, I know that sounds ridiculous for me to say, but there's a lot of premium items with this game. I love all the new content. I mean, but sometimes I just don't need a dress that looks like a jellyfish. Okay, so we are doing our mining. Looks like Vanellope's actually tasked with that. We should check if there is any companions. We have 2 unicorns we're trying to get. The wood I have there placed specifically so it doesn't spawn anywhere else in this biome. It's my little trick to keeping my areas a little more neat and tidy. Is just manipulating where some of the spawnable items go. You can do it with a lot of them except the herbs and like spices, that sort of thing. I should probably save these, but I'm not gonna.
How you doing today?
They'll come back. They always do. And luckily the star path doesn't require you to do, 10 night thorns in a specific biome. Now it's however many night thorns in general, which is super helpful for us that either A, don't log on every day, or B, get super distracted in general while playing this game and forget to do half of it. Okay, so we're gonna drop off all our stuff. We do have an amethyst. I think we can give that to her, but we kind of already did that. She doesn't need to be leveled up anymore. Let's see. We don't have any food. We'll go ahead and use this. Okay. Let's keep going. I am going to leave all of that stuff. We don't need any of it in particular. We'll head down to the Forest of Valor, do another sweep. The little geese. Oh, right. I said I was looking for companions. So, the white crocodile, not here today. And the red fox also not here today, so we won't be working on those. I'm gonna have to look up what days those are and like literally just put a alert on my phone. In case you didn't know, if you have the Wish Blossom expansion, you can bring a stable to your main valley. So all your horses can be here. The little Amelia and Abigail geese from the premium shop this week come with little houses. I absolutely love that movie. So we are going to get anything Aristocat related. If I were working on the Star Path now, I've gotten everything I wanted from the regular part, and now we just have to grind and get supplies or whatever so that we can get all the clothes that I am never going to put on so that I can get to the bonus rewards. I mean, that is the beauty of the game, is there's so much to it that if you don't want to focus on certain things, you don't have to. And as you can see, I just hang out in my bald suit majority of the time. I do need to put a chest up here, I believe, to act as my drop box for the stuff we harvest in this area. I like to use my fruit trees in decorating. I've seen a lot of beautiful orchards. So, you can literally do anything you want. I don't think I can get to that one. Oh, I can that way. I do have some of these companions chosen for a specific purpose. I don't want my puppies to just pick up the wood that I've specifically put in places, or like carpet or the birds to pick up flowers, so I don't have anybody specifically chosen today, but every once in a while they'll drop off some bonus stuff, and we like their storage. Storage capacity is helpful. Sometimes I leave the obstacles. It depends on if I like what it looks like where it is. And I try to make most of my designs still accessible for some of these little locations. Oop. Okay. Oh, grab you too. Since we did a little fruit harvest, I have so much fruit, it's ridiculous. So I don't tend to pick up the berries and stuff very often. Okay, so I tend to keep the Dropbox chest near my Goofy stand. And if you've watched any of these videos before, you've heard me say I recently started doing this again. And it basically is a drop box. So once you're done cleaning a biome, I drop everything in here that came from it, so that each time I'm here, I can do the same thing. And eventually, once one of these slots is maxed out, we'll bring it up to the storage island. And that just keeps me from entering and re-entering the menu 100 times. So we'll do some stone. These are pretty common up here. The rest I'm probably going to sell and keep. We'll drop the dream shards in there too. Let's sell off the rest of this.
Hey there!
Oh, thanks for the comment, West Janet's. I'm getting a lot of invites to Discord, and I don't have one, so someone needs to tell me what it's all about, because I already feel like I have too many things to keep up with in the social media department, and it's just
Oh, works for me.
okay. So we've hung out with Vanellope. She's been kind of quiet, actually. We'll stick with her while we finish out this spend time with a villager. We're gonna harvest eggplants.
Excuse me.
Sell fruit, which I probably should have sold just then. Let's do that, actually. Like I said, we've got plenty of fruit.
Howdy.
Okay.
Oh,
Pick up wood materials, which we'll do that in a different DLC because I don't want to disturb some of this. Although we do have a couple biomes that we can still get some wood material from. So we'll keep at this part of the valley until we're done. So we basically clean swept the plaza, pardon me, Frosted Heights, and the Forest of Valor. Let's go ahead and just complete a Daisy Boutique quest. I don't do these very often. This is my
Rise
hat.
and shine, everyone.
Okay. What's it today? Costumes, electronics, Alice in Wonderland, green, wondrous.
Bye-bye.
We're going to see if all the junk I have up there already counts. Okay, so it
I
doesn't.
just love what you've done.
So let's go ahead up here. We're going to go into furniture. So we need Alice in Wonderland in both the wardrobe and the furniture. So we're going to search. We're going to drop down here. See what we got. I know we're going to have a lot of Alice in Wonderland. So apply filters, all. Yeah, plenty. So let's go ahead and put something small in here that we can just leave, or we can use this fit over here. Perfect. All right. And it looks like we still need something in clothing. So we're going to go over to wardrobe. And we're going to search Alice in Wonderland again. And look. So we have a hat. We have some slippers. So let's go ahead and put the slippers on. And we're going to replace one of these mannequins with everything I'm wearing. Edit. It'll put that on. And then that should give us everything. Yep. Oh, nope. We lost our green. So we changed the clothes. Let me just go like this and look for something with green in it. Let's go. That says blue. Futuristic green jumpsuit and some crazy slippers. Put that on there. See if that works. Alright, everything's checked off now. We are going to change out of this monstrosity. And then we are going to check with Daisy again. Wherever she ended up. Oh, way over there.
Well, look who it is. You know, the village could use a little more excitement.
So I don't spend a lot of time in this part of the game. I've seen some people make some amazing outfits or dresses that are based on like the Swan Princess recently. There are people that can really do a lot of beautiful things in that boutique. I am not one of them. I'm going to stick to decorating until I once again either get bored and tear it all apart or decide to move on to clothing. So let's move on into the plaza. This is just kind of a low maintenance area. Intentionally. Okay, so we've spent the time with the villager that we need. What I'm going to do is swap her out for someone that we don't have at level 10.
Hello.
You gotta love a place where you never know what happens next.
I guess she starts talking immediately when you let her go. And what I'm doing is just making sure that the stuff I put out is still where I want it. This may not stay there because it's already annoying to walk around, but it's kind of cute. Some flowers that I could move. I'm not that stressed about it today. I have this single piece of wood that continues to spawn. So we are going to find a place to put this that is not in my view. So close. I want to say it was back here. I made the mistake and picked them all up with the vacuum cleaner one day. And I did not mean to do that. So now it's just a matter of finding where I can hide this. But I don't have to look at it. I feel like I had it back here actually. So let's move the flower. Put this in here. Out of sight for the most part. Or I could even put it back there. Or I just removed this flower. Okay, that should take care of those. Okay, let's head down to the peaceful meadow. This is what I call the pixie meadow right now. Or as of the last time I finished this build. Just looking for anything that needs to be cleaned up. I don't tend to spend a lot of time in these areas collecting resources anymore. It's one of the first areas you open in the game, so you spend a lot of time doing that right off the bat. I think everything looks pretty good in here. So we'll move on. We need some food, man. So I've got all the boats I have out because I kind of really want to make this into a dock area. And I am humbly asking the premium shop gods to please bless me with Eric's ship house skin tomorrow. I repeat. Okay. Ooh, okay. That way we can get some energy. We'll gift one to Jasmine if we see her. But I think this will wrap up our most recent 30-minute episode of just gameplay and new player tips. Feel free to like and subscribe for more like this. I am completely new at this and I don't know what everybody wants, if anything. Thanks again for watching. Bye.